Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm JJ. Welcome to WF24.
This video will show you how to perform one of the activities found in this year's WF24 activity kit. If you do not have a kit, you can go to go.osu.edu/WF24 kit to find the list of needed supplies which you may have lying around the house.
Some of these activities do require your adult supervision for safety. Enjoy the video.
Hello everybody, my name is Courtney Price. I'm the Community Engagement Liaison for the College of Arts and Sciences at The Ohio State University. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. In this video, we're going to play the Pollination game, which is one of the 5 activities that were included in this year's WF24 activity kit, which you can see pictured here. If you have a WF24 activity kit, you'll want to gather the following supplies: the Pollination game board, parent flower cards, offspring flower cards, and the red, white, and yellow pom-poms. Don't worry if you don't have a kit. You can go to the website shown here and print off the activity instructions, game board, and flower cards. Instead of using pom-poms, you can use red, white, and yellow pieces of paper, Legos, bouncy balls, or other small objects. Just make sure you have the 3 different colors. Before we play the game, let's talk about plants. You probably know that plants come from seeds, but have you ever wondered where seeds come from? The answer is pollination. Before we can understand pollination, we need to know the different parts of a flower. Many plants have flowers with both male and female parts. Look at this lily. The large structure in the center of the flower is called the pistil. This is the female part of the flower. At the base of the pistil is the ovary where the eggs are produced. The smaller parts around the pistil are called the stamen. These are the male parts of the flower where the pollen is made. Take a closer look. Do you see the structure at the top of the stamen? The reddish-brown color you see is made of many tiny pollen grains. Pollination is the process of moving pollen from the stamen to the pistil. Once pollen makes it to the pistil, it grows a tube that travels down to the ovary at the base of the pistil and fertilizes an egg. That fertilized egg develops into a seed. Now, when that seed develops, it has a special set of instructions called DNA. And that DNA is like an instruction manual that tells the seed how to grow and develop. Now, the seed gets DNA from both the pollen and the egg. So some comes from the female parent and some comes from the male parent. Just like how an instruction manual is broken down into different sentences, and those sentences tell you how to do different things, DNA is broken down into smaller parts too. Those smaller parts are called genes, and the genes control different traits, and traits like a characteristic, for example, flower color. So the pollination game that we're going to play today focuses on flower color as the trait. And we're going to look at how different combinations of genes can determine what flower color 2 parent plants can produce. Now that we know what pollination is, let's play a round of the pollination game. The first step is to draw a parent flower card. As you can see, this flower is yellow. The dots that you see on the flower represent the genes that determine petal color. This is going to be the female parent flower, so we're interested in the genes here. As you can see, the female parent has genes for both yellow and white petal color. Let's place that on the female parent flower part of the game board. We're going to represent those genes in the offspring part of the game board using our pom-poms. Remember, if you don't have a kit, you can use different colored pieces of paper, Legos, bouncy balls, or other things that you have around the house. So the female parent has yellow and white genes. Now let's draw a male parent flower card. You can see that this flower is red, and the genes from the pollen can be either red or white. Let's place that in the male parent flower and grab our pom-poms. So the pollen genes can be red, or white. As you can see, we have quite a mix of gene combinations in our offspring. Why don't you take a moment to pause the video and guess what color flowers these combinations will produce. Okay, now that you've had time to make a guess, let's go through it together. One thing we haven't talked about is the fact that some genes are stronger than others. That's called dominant. For petal color, the red genes are stronger or dominant compared to the white genes. Yellow is also dominant compared to the white genes. So what do you think would happen if a flower had one white gene and one red gene? Well, since the red is dominant, it would be the gene that shows. And so the resulting flower would be red. Looking here, we can see that this flower has two white petal color genes. And so that flower would be white. We have one yellow and one white as another combination, and we just learned that yellow is also a dominant gene. And so in this case, our flower color would be yellow. This last one's pretty interesting because it's two dominant genes, a yellow and a red. What color do you think the offspring flower would be? It would actually be orange. So isn't it interesting that a yellow and a red flower can combine to create 4 different flower types: orange, yellow, red, and white. Now, my challenge to you is to mix up your parent flower cards and try different combinations of parents to see what different offspring they can produce. Thanks for playing the pollination game with me. Before we wrap up, I want to give a special thanks to Dr. Anya Dobrica and the scientists who work in her lab that developed this activity. Dr. Dobrica and the other researchers study pollen, which we've learned a lot about today. Be sure to check out the Westfest Activity Kit website or the STEM Impact Collaborative's YouTube channel for other fun science activities that you can do at home.